Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Box Seats. I'm Mark Warwood. 10 races at Belmont on Wednesday. Let's have a look at the likely conditions. We're expecting showers on Wednesday, 20 degrees Celsius the top. The track to be in the soft range, maybe a soft 5, and the rail to be in the 17 metre position with a cutaway in operation. Race number 1 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 11:24. It's the Tap Touch Maiden over 1,200 metres for the 3-year-olds. One of those 3-year-olds is Crystal Dane. Let's have a look at its trial at Larkhill.
And moving up on the outside quickly and going to the lead is going to be Stares and Whispers, who made the mid-race move and went up and hit the front down the straight. Leads the way, trying to kick back through along the inside is Soitan Rapido. War Class runs on. Out wider on the track is Friar Tuck. Nothing else is really coming from the back. Crystal Dane's also there. They head towards the line though. Crystal Dane with a sweeping run down the centre of the track, went up and hit the front, and Crystal Dane has trialled well for her reappearance. She only had the one run last preparation. That was at Ascot on the 7th of April, and despite being wide throughout, only got beaten half a length. Finished 4th on that occasion behind Superstardom. Prior to that, had won a trial at Larkhill, has done the same leading into her second campaign. I think she's the one to beat here for barrier number 1 for Alan Kennedy. Goes on top from number 9, 1 Point Lady. First up off a trial win as well, beat Blankenberge, who we'll see later on the Belmont card. Was blocked from the 400 to the 150 behind Market Ruler last start. Has placed in all 3 of her races. I think she's the main danger. Interesting newcomer is number 7 Colquhoun for Adam Durant and William Pike. Comes here off a trial win, beating Pagan Image. And then one of the more experienced runners is number 1 Prince Andre. It's got a wide gate here for its second up run. Was 3 1/4 lengths behind Kakadu when finishing second last start. My top selection in race number 1, I'm going to go with number 10, Crystal Dane, to beat 9, 1 Point Lady, 7 Colquhoun and 1 Prince Andre. Race number 2 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 11:59. It's the Western Race Picks Maiden over 1,200 metres. It's another race for the 3-year-olds. One of those horses is Blankenberge. Let's have a look at her trial. Up out wider on the track with the Drastia. Rule 'em off, sticks closer to the inside, gets the split and starts to charge through. Then came Plaudable Locomotive behind them, Belene's Boy, and out wider on the track was Watto's Assassin. Rule 'em off took the split, leads the way. 1 Point Lady and Blankenberge are fighting on, and back behind those runners there next is Washaki. They head towards the line. 1 Point Lady went on the outside of Blankenberge. 1 Point Lady, Blankenberge, 1 Point Lady in front. 1 Point.
Blankenberge may well have found a good race in which to reappear. Even though she's drawn barrier 14, the outside gate here, she does map as fine in the front under Peter Nucky. First up of a couple of trials, we saw the latest in replay where she was only beaten by a short head by 1 Point Lady. I think that's reasonable enough form. Thought the debut was okay as well behind Sayada. I think she's a horse with a little bit more than most of these going around here. She goes on top in what is a pretty even contest after that for mine. Number 7, Liquidity. The debuts after the 4 trials, 2 of those recently. Respect Pike and Durant here. Respect the combination. The Dam, there's been no siblings race of Liquidities, but the Dam was pretty good one. 6 of its 23 starts over sprint trips. Been quite taken with the recent trials of Rock This Country. Gets the blinkers on for its racecourse debut. Won its latest trial at Larkhill, beating Fairy Fast by a short head. I didn't think the trials back in January much cop, but the ones recently in July have been much, much better. And then number 9, Screaming Bill. This is a well-related debutant. This is a full relation of Flying Affair. That's won a listed race and 3 from its 13 starts. Very even race. You could have chucked in number 13, Screen Time, number 2, Global Ruler, and plenty of others as well. My top selection is going to be race number 2, number 11, Blankenberge, to beat 7 Liquidity, 8 Rock This Country, and 9 Screaming Blue. Race number 3 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 12:34. It's the Jane Bogues Premium Maiden over 1,300 metres. The replay horse, and look at the bottom one, Deception Game, making his debut last start.
Starline and Salvara heads a turn though at the 370. On the inside, Deception Game was tackled quickly by Dacio. They brushed together. Over on the outside of them, Hotham Valley keeps coming in 2 lengths. Divine Quest followed further back by Starline. It's Dacio, Hotham Valley coming to the 100 mark. They've headed off Deception Game. It's Hotham Valley, Dacio digging. Dacio, Hotham Valley split it. Dacio has won it just.
Deception Game was pretty green on debut, lay outwards around the 250 metre mark and bumped into another other. Ultimately found Dacio a little bit too good, was 2 3/4 lengths behind Dacio, had been 2 1/4 lengths behind the same horse in the trial leading in to its first up run. Look, the family's not all that flash. Full Brother Duck Tactics had 13 runs for just a 1 minor placing, but I did like the debut performance at Deception Game here. William Pike takes over from Kyra Yule. Barrier 1 goes on top in what is, I think, a pretty winnable race. From number 6, For Lion Machine. Third up was Slow Away first up and then wide last up. It came home with the fastest late sectionals behind Universal Warrior. I don't think that form's necessarily all that good, but respect the fast late sectionals from wide out. Number 1, Geograph Bay, has placed second in its last 2 runs. They were over 1,600 metres, drops back to 1,300 on Wednesday. That is a query. The last time he was over that trip, he finished last but 1. That was 4 runs ago. And then number 2, Let Me Pass, making its first appearance in the city, will be third up on Wednesday, has led both of its runs and probably make its own luck on the speed. Well, on top selection in race number 3, going to go with number 13, Deception Game, to beat 6, For Lion Machine, 1, Geograph Bay and 2, Let Me Pass. Race number 4 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 1:09. It's the Sweps Maiden over 1,300 metres. The replay horse can look at the debut of True Image.
Now Pike is starting to work to the outside with True Image as they'd balanced up with Yukon Gold next to last. Jestadini led, however, at the 300, tackled by Dreamstream, King Blitz, Bills O'Reilly, and True Image is starting to wind up, coming right down the middle as King Blitz reaches the lead, nearing the 100. It's King Blitz, a length and a half to True Image, who's coming down the outside. Miss Unforgettable, but King Blitz will prevail. It's King Blitz, the country galloper, beating...
Odds-on punters were burnt by True Image on her racecourse appearance for the first time. Well, there was a fair bit of merit to that performance. She had the fastest late sectionals all the way home, and I think the winner, King Blitz, was underrated both before and after this race. Look, it's the half-sister of New Age that's won 5 of its 10 starts. I think this is a weaker race than she ran into last start. I think she is one of the better bets on the card. She goes on top from number 2, Dreamstream. Gets the winkers on for the first time. Just Dreamstream was beaten, however, in the replay race, 2.5 lengths behind True Image. Hard to see him turning the tables here, albeit with a bit more experience under his belt. Number 3, 23 Reddy's first up off the 1 trial. Quite like the trials behind Sato at Larkhill at the end of July. Respect the connections here. Has got an inside gate for Reece Radford and Craig Staples. And number 7, Hong Long, back with David Harrison, having previously been with Lindsay Smith. Nowhere near as talented as his full relation, Jing Tang, that's won 5 of his 26 races, but Hong Long has shown some glimpses of ability throughout her 12 starts, goes in for one of the minors here. On top selection in race number 4, going to go with number 9, True Image, to beat 2, Dreamstream, 3, 23 Red and 7, Hong Long. Race number 5 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 1:44. It's the JJ Richards and Sons Handicap over 1,200 metres. This race is for fillies and mares. One of those is Double Trouble. Let's have a look at her racecourse debut.
Straight Red Raw together with Double Bubbles. False Statement makes a line of 3. Over on the outside, Metro Boy with the white blaze coming down the outside with his run. Universal Appeal is getting a split down on the rail. Double Bubble, though, shook them off. Double Bubble from False Statement with 100 left to travel. It's Double Bubble getting away from False Statement. Universal Appeal, Metro Boy, but it's all Double Bubble and has made a big day.
Double Bubble is unbeaten in 2 barrier trials and 1 race, and to pardon the pun, she does look worth following until her bubble burst. It was a really good performance to win on debut, beat a previous winner in False Statement. It was on speed, good late splits, good overall rating. I think she's going to take the next step here and is the one to beat for Pike and Miller. Goes on top from number 8, More Bizarre. Third up on Wednesday, was a really good run last start, probably the best of her career at her 13th start. Had the second fast sectionals all the way home to go down only narrowly to Glasgow Girl. Goes in for second. Number 4, Cosmic Eyes, absolutely brained the field at Kalgoorlie on the 22nd of July. Won by nearly 8 lengths. It's got good relations, including Snow Blossom, that horse from Bunbury that's got a bit of ability as well. They've all won at least 3 races. Cosmic Eyes, 1 from 5, could improve in this run here, third up. And number 2, Katusha, interesting run of this. First up off a couple of trials, did win 2 starts ago before an elevated heart rate last start, went well firm in the market, around $3.70. On top selection and race number 5, going to go with number 7, Double Bubble, to beat 8 More Bizarre, 4 Cosmic Eyes and 2 Katusha.